Starboard.
Hey, Scott.
Scott Starboard.
All right, I'll get Scott.
Scott Starboard.
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 Scott Starboard!
Now, turn it up, feel the baseline, gallop fast, collide past the stars, shoot through the mast. Hands high, cheer flows like the breeze. The Scott Starboard vibe, breaking rules with ease. Gritty like sawdust, but smoother than silk. Words spill out, whipped up, honey to milk. The show takes on galaxies, king of the scene. Fusion of rhythms, a genre-grafted dream. Scott Starboard. Every pulse and sound, a radiant glow. It's the Scott Starboard. Now giddy up, get down, and let that energy grow.
There I is. Thank you so much, very much for being here. I'm Scott Starboard. This is the Scott Starboard Show. I'm so sorry I'm running late. I was having a coughing fit for a second there. I was like, oh shoot, I better go on. I didn't notice the time, and I'm like, I apologize, but I had to eat my wife's dinner too. Thank you, love. Amazing as always. Thank you for being here. I got a bunch of stuff to go through. Now, I like to do, fun things. It'll be fun and happy and upbeat. I was so scared that this button wasn't working. Yikes. Anyway, no struggle stream tonight. No struggle stream. I got some fun thing. I was looking for fun things. I needed like an extra 5 minutes. I was gonna start this at 6:10, but I'm like, everything I'm talking about tonight is kind of a little bit of depressing. Well, maybe not super depressing, but it's serious. I don't want to be so serious. Why so serious? I think there was a Joker, right? I don't know. I'm exhausted, but you know what we're gonna do. Listen, I don't care how tired I am. We're going to have an amazing show, and we're going all the way to about 7:55-ish. I always say that, and then I'm like a minute late. But we're going all the way to the number one stunner of all time, Dark Man Steve, at 8 o'clock. Going to fulfill all your needs. And I know, there's a football game on tonight. Like, the drill. Just mute it, leave it on the TV or whatever in the background, and listen to the wonderful, amazing, brilliant, hilarious Dark Man Steve at 8 o'clock. So, what are we talking about tonight? Oh, you wonder what it is, do you? Well, I gave it completely away on my thumbnail, but you know what I'm saying. Alex Stein. Listen, we're going to talk about Alex battling with the Babylon Bee. But this news, this Alex Stein news, what's Alex going to be doing since he left the Blaze? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to let you know. So that's fun. But the kind of not so fun, serious stuff that we'll get into are all the new Epstein email drops. This brand new drops. What do the kids say it? The new files dropped. I listen, the ones that I'm really going to be focusing on tonight are Steve Bannon's. I've never trusted Steve Bannon. I'm sorry. I know. Listen, I don't like judging a book by its cover. I really don't. I like meeting people face to face, to be honest with you. I can just get a sense of who they are. Honest to God. God-given gift right away. I know instantly. That person doesn't even have to speak. Something that's just, I don't know. I don't want to get all freaky weird, but there's a vibe. People give off a vibe. And I've never, ever, ever dug Steve Bannon's vibe. And Steve Bannon is not only in the new my brain's all over the place. He's not only in the new Epstein email drop, whatever they are, Epstein file drop. But I think they might have been besties. Like for real. Shit ain't cool. And I remember being really mad that in Trump's first term that they kicked out Steve Bannon and who was the other one? Sebastian Gorka. They kicked out Sebastian Gorka and Steve Bannon. I'm like, dude, from what I've heard, the both those guys are pretty based. And then as time goes on, it's like, wow. And it's not that anybody else in Trump's cabinet are any better, let's face it. But yeah, Sebastian Gorka is like a British Canadian weirdo, and he's like super Israel first. And that's fine. If somebody wants to be Israel first, who am I to say that they can't be? But just stay the hell out of my White House then. You know what I mean? Like, would anyone here, anybody here, anyone here be comfortable if there were dual Chinese citizens here, right? Nobody's like, oh, you hate Chinese people? No, I don't. But wouldn't you be like, Trump, you hired a whole bunch of dual citizen Chinese nationalists who openly say China is our number one ally. Number one. My brain's all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I get some other cool stuff, and I think it was a good one. I think I found a good fatigue because we haven't done a fatigued in a minute. Oh, by the way, I'll get to it in a little while, but I hit up Alex. Hopefully he'll be on this week, maybe next. He's going to Tempe, Arizona for TPUSA stuff. He did Fresh and Fit on Friday, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I didn't get to watch it Friday. Shit came on at like 11:20 or something like that, 11:15. I was out cold. I watched DMS and see ya. Birds, stars, whatever, floating around your boy's head. Bubba the Love Sponge this morning was really good. Anybody who watched Bubba the Love Sponge this morning, I enjoyed the whole day. I listen, it's hopefully my last week before my seasonal layoff. Please God. So it's like hectic as all hell. The boss is trying to get as much money before we take the freezing cold, frigid ass Massachusetts winter off, which allows me to really hammer this down. Once I'm laid off, it's 6 p.m. sharp. Sharp, as we say here in Massachusetts, 6 p.m. sharp. But it was interesting this morning. Kenny Powers, my boy, and Johnny Z. Fradley, my other boy, they brought up that the Brian Walsh trial is starting. So I think we'll talk a little bit about that. I'll talk about that as much as I talked about the Karen Reed trial, which I didn't, get too in depth with that. So I try to keep it quick. Just like we'll talk a little football tonight. Not a lot. I don't want to bore people. I try to keep it fun. You know me. I'm shitting out these stories. Shitting them out quick. But let's get to the chat. So how do you like that? We can get along with the show, as they say. I am exhausted. Don't mind me. The great one, Bob Cook. Thank you for being here. Love you. Bob Cook, I love you. Kenny Mother F Powers. Kenny Powers is my boy. Thank you for being here. Love you, pimp. Johnny Z. Let's go. Thank you so much for being here. Isn't Babylon Bee a Steely Dan song? Babylon Bee, shake it. Babylon Bee, shake it. So fine, so young. Epstein song. I know people have talked about this before, but if you look back at all the songs, even into the 20s, excuse me, the 1920s all the way up to like 2002. And people realize, yeah, that lyric line probably isn't good. Not it's like, she's only 17. That's, I guess in some states you might be okay. She's only 17. But there's other ones that are like, just real bad. I don't know what people were thinking. Oh, there you go. Young Jerks replaying Operation Pigmentation right now. I had them playing right before this. It was a little bit interesting. That's so funny. I wonder if Scott will have time to edit in Dan's shout out. Was it a shout out? It was more like a shout at. I was like, oh shit. I swear to you guys. Thank you for reminding me, actually, because that's what I want to talk about. One of the things about Bubba's show this morning, I got all types of grief from Dr. Dan Diaco. I am not kidding you. I meant to put a question mark at the end of it because he was like, they were talking about, the rates and the prices of health care and health medical treatments and blah, blah, blah. And Dr. Dan was like, I forget exactly what he said, but he's like, the nurses are overcharging, the the clinics are overcharging, the hospitals are overcharging, the pharmacies are overcharging, and your health insurance overcharging. And I was like, and the doctors are overcharging, something along those lines. And I meant to put a question mark, I swear. And of course, why is it that, like, I say, I think I say funny shit time to time. It's like when I say one little thing and it's like Dr. D's like, oh no, the doctors never overcharge. He's like, Scott, there's this Scott Starboard guy. My dad, I saw him struggle every time he was in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers owner's box. He was struggling. Fuck out of here. I really did try to put a question mark, but it's like, dude, the doctors are the highest paid. Get the heck out of here with that Dr. Dan. But I love you, Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan is the mayonnaise. I would love, love, love to have Dr. Dan Diaco on this show. As I get better and as I get laid off and as time goes on, I'm going to start getting, more guests in there. More guests. We have to have more guests. But I would love to have Dr. Dan here and to pick his brain. We love Dr. Dan. Although apparently he's a pro. But apparently a little late professional. Thank you. BW! Let's go! My dude. Thank you for being here, brother. Snizzle! Slizzy, I love you, pimp. Thank you for being here. The eye of the Slayer is upon us. That's like, peace be upon him. That's my boy. Turns out Trump will release some Epstein stuff after all, brothers. You're daggone right. There he is. Thank you for being here, brother. Doc Man Steve, everybody. Give this man a little bit of love. Give him a whole lot of love. We going all the way until this gentleman right here takes over. I think DMS is talking tonight about, I'm going to guess, I think it's some of the new Candace Owens drops. Because I was going to mention them, but I was like, you know what? I got a feeling my boy, DMS, is going to talk about the new Candace Owens big reveals. I hope he does. I hope you do, brother. Truth is unbreakable. Let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you for the thumbnail, love. I was like, I'll get into it obviously after I say hello to you guys, but I go on Twitter today. I didn't even go on Twitter yesterday. I had a pretty busy ass weekend, to be honest with you. I've been trying to, speaking of, who said it? Kenny? Oh no, it's my boy Johnny Z. Speaking of Dan Shada, I've been working on a new intro. It's not there yet. And now with Dr. Dan's, I gotta put Dr. Dan's in there. I got almost everybody in there, except Tuttle. And I know there's some big Tuttle fans out there, but I'm not worried about the Tuttle show. I don't hate Tuttle. I like Tuttle. But I'm not gonna wait for Tuttle's shout out to finish my dang old new intro. I can't wait till you guys to see it. The song's fire. It's just I'm trying not to use old clips that I already have, like Chrissy Mayer and a couple other people. Like I want to use brand new ones, is what I'm saying. And I love the Scott from Austin Powers, but I'm like, I don't want to use that. Like I want it to be fresh. I want it fresh and clean, fresh and fit. I think it's gonna be a banger. I hope it is. I hope it's better than this one. That's what you want to do. You want to get better. Keep getting better. Nick the Gun Guy, my boy, let's go. Yes, please, everybody, smash that like button. It'll give you some love back. If you hit the like button now, I think you can make a wish. I don't know. You can try. I think it's like a shooting star. That's what they tell me. They said on the news earlier that Snizek was not in the Epstein file. I believe it. I don't believe Snizek is in the Epstein files. Truth is here. We love yous. Bob Lazar. You're the man, Bob. We love you, Bob Lazar. So great to see you here. I got big news from about Alex Stein's new whereabouts, where his new show is going to be. It's going to be, I'll tell you in a second, but it's going to be good. It'll be good. Tim Hool, fuck Tim Pool. Yes, it's my time. It's our time. It's our time down here. Down here, it's our time. If you know what that's from, let me know. Good morning, Elizabeth. Let's go. Pop in and say hi, but I have to mod for a thankful tank on Kick because Chad is insane. Damn. Come on, hang. Oh, hell yeah, we'll be over there. What is it? Thankful Tank. I never even heard of it. Oh, I think I seen it on your Twitter. I think is a chick. I think it's a chick. Where am I on here? Alex on Fresh and Fit was hilarious. We're gonna watch that clip because, like I said, there's some serious stuff. There is some serious stuff, and I'd rather be on here with a smile, having fun, doing our thing. But I do. But the Alex's Fresh and Fit clip is absolutely amazing. The clip that Alex made, honestly, I think I would have took a bunch of those things, but man, there was so many good clippable stuffs on there. It was great. Fresh and Fit sounds like a Subway meal deal. Bannon is controlled opposition. I knew something told me not to trust that scrappy ass Chuckalunka, man. I don't know. Rainy's up in here. Love you, Rainy. Thank you for being here. Steve Bannon seems real paranoid to me. Steve Bannon. Remember Steve Bannon, like 3 weeks ago, was on some TV show. I don't know if it's TV or internet, to be honest, nowadays. But he was on some show, and he was like, oh, no, Trump's definitely running for a third term. And people like, oh, he's just trying to upset people. And I was like, damn, maybe there is something to this shit. Like Steve Bannon, maybe, he's in the know. Maybe there's something to it. And after what I seen today and what I'm gonna show you guys, Steve Bannon is a Fed. Dude is a Fed all day. I don't trust that dude. What's for dinner? Rainy? I love buying cheap Chinese shit from Temu. You know what? I gotta admit to you, I do too, but I've broken the cycle, the vicious Temu cycle, because I am so sick of it. Every time you go on, it's like, oh, how much is this thing? I'm just wondering. And then it goes tick, and I get to do the fake. Oh, You were going to buy one thing? No, look at, we gave you deals. Oh, you just happen to land on the best deal. If you buy 9 items now, you get $5 billion off. And it's like, dude, Timo. Ooh, chicken Alfredo. I haven't had that in a while. That shit is delicious. It's delicious. Dang, I'm way behind. Where's Big E? People are saying what's up to my boy Big E. Where is Big E? Where the French toast is Big E? I couldn't have missed Big E. Where's my boy Big E? Oh, there he is. Everybody, give some love to our boy Big E. Thank you for being here, Big E. Love you, pimp. All plastic surgeons are bad. I don't know. I was a little heated at Dr. Dizan. Not really, to be honest with you, but I was like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you so mad at me for? Why do you have to read my unfunny chat? I have funny chats. They're good. I swear I'm like, oh fuck. I forgot to put a question mark. Because a question mark, it's gonna make them realize it's a question, not a statement, right? But afterwards, right before he left, right? I'm like, some guy called up on Bubba this morning. I was like, I got big ears. What can you do to fix my ears? I thought it was like a gimmick, to be honest with you, but I think this dude's legit. There was an elf called in today, and he's like, how much would you charge me? Doctor just like, oh, well, we don't talk about that over the phone. We'll do that. Oh, I mean, you have the best deals, right? The nurse is overcharged. The hospital, CVS, Walgreens, everybody's overcharging, but the doctors, I want to hear, how much is it going to cost? Ballpark to fix the Dumbo ears. Let's hear it. I'm just messing with him. We love Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan is like he's either tied for first or he's number 2. Because Gene Lasker is the greatest. I'm sorry, none of y'all ever in the world will beat Gene Lasker. Gonna love Gene Lasker. And Babyface, he's up there. Dr. Dizan. Shit is wonderful. I have to go on OTL and shout out Scott so I can get a cameo on new intro. Oh my God, please. Yes. Yes. Well, that was the thing with the first one. I asked everybody if they can give me a shout out and send a video so I can throw it on my intro. And I'm like, it was like 2 or 3 of y'all did it. And I was like, dang it. So now I'm like, but that would be awesome. Please, Nick, please. I'll definitely put it in the new intro. Absolutely. Even if they release the files, there will be no real accountability. You're not wrong. You're 1,000% right. Timing of the release is suspicious as physic. I agree. More distractions and psyops. That's what I'm saying. It's just all baloney. Yo, my chucker loco. I love y'all, mother chuckers. Maybe if Scott Sabo wore a beanie, he could get 1.9 million subscribers. Right? But if I do that, I'll lose Nick the Gun Guy. And I'd rather Nick the Gun Guy be here than 1.9 million. And I'm not even joking either. I was thinking to myself earlier, seriously, I'm like, because, by the way, thank you guys. Seriously, thank you all for being here and hanging out with me and being loyal. And I can't thank you guys enough. My numbers have gone up big time. Like, I'm averaging, I think, like 19 live viewers, and views after the fact are like, I think it's at 76 live views. I mean, not live, but views after the fact. Now, those numbers are puny. I get it. But you got to understand, 2 or 3 months ago, I was averaging like 9 live viewers, averaging 9. And I was getting like, I think 28 views altogether, averaging 28 views afterwards. So they're going up. This is the way to do it. And I'll tell you, I am a little disappointed in people. I don't want to name names. Maybe I should so people don't guess, but I've helped 6 people in total. And just promoting them and lifting them up. One of them's my boy. I consider him a friend, Turtle Boy. I love Turtle Boy. So I'm gonna say his name just because he's not being a dick, right? But he blew up so much that now every show he does is like 10,000 people, okay? And I'm happy for him because I was one of the people who was in there when there were like 13 people in there. 27 people in there, and I was in there loyal all the time, trying to promote him and do everything I could, just like with Alex. And it's not like it's all me or anything, but I like eventually we'd get up to like 60, 70 people every single show, and it's like, holy shit, it's growing. And then it was stagnant like that for a little while. And then maybe 2 or 3 months, 4 months, all of a sudden he's getting like 130 people every show. And I'm like, this is great. And the chat was fire, like this chat is. And it was like, now we're having fun. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I think Turtle Boy had some beef with other people, not me. But it seemed like he forgot about all the people that struggled with him through all his struggle streams. And now he's just got all new people and shit. I will never, ever, 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 ever do that. Even if I just, somehow fails, please, God, don't let it fail. But even if this somehow, for real, like if this didn't work out, I'm going to be in Bubba's chat. I'm going to see you guys all over the place. Like, that's not who I am. It's never been who I am. I don't like that. So, ride or dies, people bet with me from the beginning. And listen, look at Morgan can't be here. That's fine. Stacy G's dancing and stuff. And there's a bunch of other people that pop in from time to time. Sometimes Doomy's here, sometimes not. I don't mind. But listen, I'll never, ever, 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 ever. Like, it's not going to be like, if I keep this up and then one day I got, 100 live viewers all the time, it's not going to be like I'm going to, just like, y'all are the core is what I'm saying. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here, for real. No beating. I can't do a beating. I cannot afford to lose Nick the Gun Guy. He can't stand Tim Pool. Thanks, Scott. I feel like an egomania. Hells no, you're my boy. Let's go. Love you, bro. Dutch Duke, my dude. Thank you so much for being here. The air guy was all fired up, right? I wish I could play it quick. I brought it up. I should have had the dang clip. He's gonna watch this and hate you for. I know. I love you, Dr. Dan. Don't be mad, please. Don't be mad. I mean, listen. I know Dr. Dan is correct. To be honest with you, I wanted to call so bad, but I knew it was like getting towards that time. Usually we get Jay, but we got Steven Diaco today. Always a treat to have any Diaco. Don't hate me. I love y'all, Diaco bros. But when Medicaid, Medicare came out, and I think they're good, to be honest with you. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but older people need some shit. They need healthcare. Sorry. Sorry, Steven Crowder, who just wants, he's like, listen, go to work. And listen, I want people to go. Oh, that's another topic. I was going to talk about Steven Krause today, but so when Medicaid and Medicare came out, doctors were charging whatever. Let's say $25 a visit, right? Let's just do it simple. $25 a visit, and when Mass Health, Mass Health, I guess so. Medicaid, Medicare, Mass Health, whatever you are, right? Like the state-funded health insurance, they'd send them a check for like $18, and they're like, dude, it's $25. And they're like, all right, well, fuck this then. You know what we'll do? We'll charge $40. So then they charge $40 and they'd get their $25. They'd send them a check for $25. And that's what happened. So the government's responsible, Dr. Dan. Don't hate me. But y'all are expensive as all hell. The medical costs are too high. Just why don't you doctors charge the government insurance more, and then us regular people, cut us a break. Charge us like the normal rates. Babyface is a funny fizzucker. I love Babyface. I love all of them. I do. Dutch Duke, love you, bro. Thank you for being here. Tim Pool, way cooler than. Oh, no way. Are you out of your mind? Hells to the no. No way. Not bad for some jobber from Boston. I try. I appreciate you. Thomas Gelson's in the house, my boy. Let's go. My dude, let's go. Thank you for being here, brother. I really appreciate it. Xerxes in the house. What the holy Xerxes in here? Love you, baby. Holy shiznit. It's the Kenny mother Powers. Kenny Chuckalunkin Powers, baby. Crowder does not say no one should get government help, bro. All right, Sniz. And I love you, Sniz. Don't take this as a... Dr. Dan is a rich people doctor, bro. Elective surgery. Exactly. I know. All right, let's do this real quick. I'm going to do thisness. Watch this. You think I'm joking? Sniz? And you know what? It'd probably be a little bit more fun. Oh, there was the Alex stuff that I was going to show you guys. Oh, where the hell is it? Share the screen, Scott. Share the screen. Booyakasha. Boom. All right. I want to do Steven Crowder first. Crowder. Oh, God. There's really so many. Oh, there it is right there. French toast.
The obesity rate for low-income women in this country.
All right, watch this. I'm starting to despise Steven Crowder, and I asked my wife, I wasted much money being a mug clubber.
Okay.
He actually, Steven Crowder owes me a second mug, by the way. Never seeing that fucking thing. I got my first one, though, and it is nice. It's damn fine.
We're not on Snap, 40%. You know what it is for those on Snap? 57%. So working class Americans with kids not on Snap, struggling, are paying to make other people fatter. How can we have a country with that? That's what I say, cut it, give out a few food stamps for a period of time, a few months, till you get back on your feet. Otherwise, get your ass to work.
I agree with what he's saying, but where now I'm gonna have to find this damn thing.
There were a lot of disruptions in the United States, including air travel, national parks, military, but no sector was talked about more, or one could argue, than the subject of SNAP.
Look out for the thing about our kids. Now, what can we do? We can't feed our kids. Let alone if we do have jobs, again, what can we do?
Around 42 million Americans depend on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP.
And who the f*** they celebrate these holidays with no food stamps? I don't know where the f*** we gonna get the food from.
They showed that the Republicans don't actually believe their own BS.
What is this dude doing? Listen. Come on, Poop, what is this?
When it comes to populism, when it comes to funding SNAP.
I'm gonna be able to Walmart with my steel toes on and my motherfucking helmet, and I dare try to stop me from walking out that motherfucking store with my grocery.
Trump, it ain't nothing like niggas knew how to steal. Like, please, I'll go steal a whole turkey and a ham. Like, what?
All right, real quick. Each one of those piercings cost her like $80. It's like, I agree with Crowder a trillion% when he's like, end SNAP benefits, especially for people like this. Like, get your young ass out there and work. How old is this creature? This creature.
Help me, and I dare try to stop me from walking out.
All right, look at, she's all big and bad, right? You got plenty of energy, right? You can fight, can't you, big mouth Bertha? If you can fight and you so big and bad, then you got the energy and the young legs to get out there and work. Even though God almighty, I'd be so upset if I had to deal with you. Imagine this bitch being your waitress. She'd be like, I already brought you your drinks. I ain't bringing no more drinks. It's like, oh my God, maybe go home and be on Snap. Baby, go be on Snap. Just get the fuck out of here. But it's tough. You can go be on the fucking waitress in the hood. Hood booger.
That motherfucker stole with my groceries.
Trump, it ain't nothing like been knew how to
This
steal.
girl is not overweight. She's got no deficiencies except for bad choices on her face. She can work. Yo, you don't give me my motherfucking EBT and shit. I'm a rob of the chuckaluckas. It's like, what are you talking about? You are in perfect shape. You are the perfect age. Get out there and be something, you lazy bones.
Like, please. I go steal a whole turkey and a ham. Like,
yeah, you can steal. You're proud, right? Oh, I can steal all the time. How about instead of stealing, go work at the supermarket and put groceries away, and you can earn money. You feel good about yourself. Oh my goodness! Never mind. I think I'm with Crowder. Take it all away. No, I'm only kidding.
It'd be natural to assume that a subject inspiring such strong feelings would be amongst the most necessary, virtuous programs allocated in the United States' $7 trillion budget, right? But surprisingly, the truth is, it's not, which is exactly today's topic of discussion that took place at Oklahoma University in this installment of Change My Mind. The conversations ranged from productive-ish to cordial to a little or a lot off the rails.
Listen to this. This is what I really was going to talk about anyways. A little bit off the rails. Okay? Listen to what Steven Crowder considers off the rail conversations.
But you may be surprised by which students or canines had the most offer. So sit back, but hold your chair tightly for this latest installment of Change My Mind and Snap. You know what? Let's get the off the rails stuff out of the way first.
Let's get the off the rails stuff out of the way first. Okay? This is what he considers off the rails.
I can't fathom this idea that, like, Trump is, instead of cutting aid to, say, stop funding the war in Ukraine, stop sending so much aid over to Israel, stop giving the rest of the world so much money, we're giving so much money away like just candy to everybody. Stop getting paid by these lobbyists. Stop paying yourselves salaries even while the government shut down. I think the stat I saw was we're giving Israel enough to where every citizen of Israel gets basically like $1 million a year.
We're giving like 3 to 4 billion to Israel, which we should stop, but over 100 billion a year on Snap.
Is it over $100 billion a year in Snap? That is crazy. But here's the thing. Those are our crappy citizens. Now, maybe if there were some incentives or decentives, like you can get Snap for a year since you're, some 19-year-old, young chick from the hood, and your legs are good, and you can work, and you got a good, strong spine, you're young as shit, and you're ready to go, and you can fight. Girl, you can fight, girl. If you can fight, then you can work. So we'll give you a snappy snap for 1 year, and then you got to get your snappy ass to work. You know what I mean? And how about an incentive? We'll give you Snap for an extra 2 months if you show that you work, for whatever time period. There's ways to do it, and Crowder just wants to totally end it. But I just found this really interesting. That's all. I'm just going to play this one, and that's it.
The idea that we're giving Israel all of this money, it's not even our country, and then we're telling Americans, hey, get back to work, cousin. You can't have Coca-Cola, you can't have candy, you can't have a nice meal for your family.
You absolutely shouldn't have Coca-Cola or candy if you don't work. The $3 billion to Israel that we should also cut has nothing to do with it. It's less than a 50th.
Is it less than a 50th? Let's see what Madam Ruby sees. I hate that I can't just. I wish I could just bring up multiple screens here, but I guess we'll have to do it this way. Let's see what Madam Ruby sees, shall we? Where's Gronk? I don't trust Gronk, to be honest with you, but it's the best we can do. It's the best we're gonna get right now. All right. How much money do the American taxpayers give every year? How How much money did the American taxpayers give to foreign nations? To all. Sorry, guys. All foreign nations in the last 12 months. Let's see what happens. So, Crowder's saying that it's $100 billion for Snap. Now, I am with him. I think they should cut all the fraud out. All I do know is that there are good people who are struggling. They're young, whether they're single moms or not. Maybe they're, joint, family, the boyfriend and girlfriend are there. The parents have a little kid. And I'm not saying a lifetime of SNAP benefits, okay? But there are people who can use it. I know it sounds, like I'm giving these people a pass, but I am. Some people I am. And I'm not saying they should be on it for the rest of their lives. A year or two at a time, you know what I mean, to see where they are. If, it's like, oh, this young kid is trying to do his thing and is baby, like we want to have more kids, right? We want these young people to have kids. They are the ones who should get SNAP. If somebody's house burns down and whatever the hell happened, they lost their job, the factory moved or whatever, and people need, some help for a few months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. To our own citizens, it's not the end of the world. Lifetime residual, freebies, hell's no. And I'm with Crowder when it comes to, it should only be healthy foods. Sorry. You want to buy, a bottle of Coca-Cola, you pay the cashola. We ain't paying that shit. You can get cheese, milk, chicken, beef, pork, whatever you want. But you're not getting, lobster. As delicious lobster is. I mean, it's like, well, just, like with WIC. You guys know what WIC is? I don't know if that's just a Massachusetts thing, but they give it to moms who, don't have, meet the financial criteria. And you go into the store and it's like, oh, I can buy this baby formula because it has a little WIC sign. I can buy these fruits and vegetables because it has a little WIC sign. Nobody complained about that. Nobody's like, yo, why can't I buy me some Coca-Cola on my WIC and shit? No, nobody said that. I mean, we did spoil people by saying, oh, no, there shouldn't be any restrictions. You could eat whatever you want, Bertha. Big Shaniqua. Please don't come back to my office. You could buy whatever junk you want. I eat gummy bears, dog. You better get me my gummy bears on my motherfucking SNAP. You understand? Damn, this is taking forever. Forever. I know. I start doing these voices and they just stick in my head. While Grok is trying to figure it out, I don't know what's taking so long. We are going to read the shears. Greasy ass pork chops and bathhouse gin is doing us all in. I got my SNAP today. I'm glad I finally got it. There you go. She bought a helmet with that SNAP too. She's like, yeah, I'm ready for war up in this mother chuckle. Maybe she's disabled because maybe her massive knockers make her top heavy. Oh my God. Believe me, she doesn't mind. They don't hurt her back when she's out there hooking up with 45 different men at the club every weekend. She's like, yo, we gotta get out the club. I gotta use my SNAP and shit and buy 2 of my babies some foods. My little 3-year-old needs some Coca-Colas. And my little 1-year-old likes Pepsi and shit. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. They're just jokes, YouTube. Thank you, love you. I remember when SNAP was ML nitrate, aka poppers. Oh shit, dude, I do too. Crowder is sus these days. Thank you. The voice of reason. Dark Man Steve is absolutely correct. Steven Crowder used to joke around about, Israel and stuff like that. I don't even, joke around, but he'd also be like he knew. And now he's just full-blown Zionist. By the way, nothing wrong with that. It's just really weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was going back and forth with my son over the weekend. We were watching football yesterday, and he's like, yeah, you know, a lot of the shit Nick Fuentes says is true, but he's a psyop. He's like, Dad, the dude's a Fed. He's like, did you see what he did on January 6th? So, and I was like, I know. And what he's talking about, my son's talking about, shout out, kid, love you, is Nick Fuentes' videos of him like, all right, we're gonna go inside the Capitol. Okay, we're gonna burst down these gates, and everybody's gonna go in. Everybody went in except him, and they all got bagged, and they all got arrested, and he laughed in their faces, and it was like between him and Ray Epps, neither one went to jail for telling people to go inside the Capitol. It was ridiculous. And there's other shit too with Nick Fuentes. But it doesn't change the fact of a lot of the stuff that he says is true. A lot of the shit he says is bad. He was on Tucker saying, I love Stalin. Like, what? What the hell are you talking about? Nick Fuentes is a crackpot. But that crackpot does have a lot of interesting factual things to say. So, I mean, just like anybody else, I'll listen to what he says, but I don't trust him at all. And to tell you the truth, I love Tucker Carlson. I don't fully trust Tucker Carlson either. Tucker Carlson, right? So people were mad at Tucker Carlson for having Nick Fuentes as a guest on his show. And when Tucker, I think it was with Megyn Kelly. I want to pull it up so bad, but I'm not sure which interview it was. And Tucker's like, you know, I didn't like Nick Fuentes either. I didn't like him either. He made fun of my kids and my wife, but he made fun of my dad. And you don't make fun of my dad. And it's like, listen, I love my dad. Love you, Dad. My dad is in heaven with Jesus and God and all my family members who have went on, their souls are on the other side. And I still would be a little defensive if somebody insulted my dad. But it's like, your wife and children are here and you take care of them and see them every day. I would be much more mad at somebody talking shit about my kid. My kid didn't do anything wrong. Or my wife, I was like, my wife's a saint. I'll knock you the fuck out. But you're mad at Nick Fuentes for talking shit about your CIA dad? That's what Tucker was more mad about. That's sus as fuck to me. I don't know who to believe, but I listen to all of them. Ben Shapiro, I'll listen to what he says, and there's nothing that I agree with. I used to be like, oh, well, that's true. It's like, yeah, there you go. That's good. There is nothing anymore. He's lost his ever-loving mind. Same thing with Mark Levin. Mark Levin used to have some good things to say. And now he's just like, wah! He's a fucking whining. All right, did Gronk finally do this? Here we go. The U.S. government dispersed approximately 58. Can you guys see this? Come on, make it big. Make it big. All right, it says. Woo, sorry. The U.S. government dispersed approximately $58.4 billion in foreign aid to all nations over the fiscal year of 2025, just in Trump year, which aligns closely with the last 12 months. And it's going to happen once again in 2026, with disbursements in the latter period expected to be minimal or similar in rate, probably similar, probably more. This figure represents a decrease from the previous years, such as the $72 billion spent in 2023 by Biden due to budgetary cuts and few large supplemental appropriations. Here's the other truth, okay? This thing is not telling us, because I don't think Gronk is allowed to know. There is black money. CIA money. Do you know how much the CIA gets every year? They don't tell you because the CIA gets secret black, what the hell is it called? Black money, whatever it's called. And they get billions and billions and trillions, and they already have trillions and billions and gazillions of dollars, and they give it to all types of countries. You'll see, it says, me and Sniz were going back and forth with this on Thursday. It says, Argentina only had $20 billion. Trump only gave them $20 billion. You could take $1 billion of that dollars in each state, in 20 states, and build homeless shelters for homeless and vets. I'm not saying that's going to fix everything, okay? There's much more to it than that. But I'm just saying, you could take $1 billion and you could build a $1 billion facility. They could be mental asylums. Make insane asylums great again. It's a lot of money. And so Steven Crowder, I believe he's rounding up, but he said it's $100 billion for SNIZAP. Now, we can go through it and cut a bunch of crap and probably get it down to about $60 billion. But Steven Crowder is acting like he said, we only give Israel $2 billion. Who cares about that money? Well, let's just focus on cutting Americans' money, the help we give Americans. And it's like, yes, Steven Crowder, you've made $50 million in the last 3 years. So you don't have any fucking worries, dude. I've lived in the hood. Where I am now, most people are pretty loaded. But, at least, they're okay. Some people well off. Some people are just okay. But, I've lived in the hood before. People ain't okay. They don't know how to get out of this mess. You know what I mean? So put it like this. When I was growing up, the welfare system was a fucking disaster. Pardon my French. The second a girl was pregnant, female was pregnant, you'd go apply for welfare, and they would just give you free money every month until the day that child turns 18 years old. Unbelievably, Reagan didn't fix it. George H.W. Bush didn't fix it. Bill Clinton fixed it. And he's like, no, you can have it a maximum of 3 years. He's like, you can have it for 2 years. And then after 2 years, you have to work. And if you work that whole first year, we'll still give it to you. But if you don't work, you're cut off at 2 years. And a lot of these chicks would be like, I'm not even getting welfare. I just keep working then. And it's like, surprise, surprise. I think I've told this story on here before. I was young. I heard these two old black ladies talking. And she's like, how's your son? I think his name was Marcus. How's Marcus doing? Oh, Marcus is he's 17. And she's like, oh no, that's the cutoff, girl. And she's like, don't worry. I got one brewing, baby. It's gonna mash right up. It's gonna be right on time. And she's like, you pregnant, girl? My God, congratulations, girl. And she's like, yep, this one will carry me all the way. And when this baby, Lil Shaquanda, whatever his name was, I'm just being a wise guy. When Lil Shaquanda's 18, she will be old enough to start getting Social Security benefits. Start getting Social Security benefits. She was like 49 or something. It was ridiculous. And she has 4 kids, and they just all line up to keep giving her free welfare. They cut that off. I wonder how she's doing today. Maybe that was her daughter with the big old hoo-has, swanging her titties around, saying, you better give me my free money. I got all this energy, but I can't work. Like, your ass, you can work. But all I'm saying is this. Losing my mind over here. $58.4 billion to foreign nations, not including probably another $100 billion. But I can't prove that. We can only prove this much, okay? It's usually around $72 billion. And Steven Crowder's out here like, let's cut the money we give to Americans. It's like, dude, how about you cut the money you give to foreigners first? And he's like, yeah, I know. We'll do that. But let's cut the money for the poor people. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? It's like, no, cut all foreign spending, and then we'll cut SNAP. How about that? How about instead of cutting American shit first, you cut foreigner shit first? I don't know. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, crowd is so sus. Trump is making Ukraine pay for their weapons we send them now. You think so? Where are they getting the money? All the money we gave them, they're giving some of it back now? They don't make anything anymore, bro. They used to make potassium and something else. Maybe they are paying for it in potassium. I don't know. Is that what you've been missing, Tommy G? I've been undercovers with snappers. BW, let's go. Yeah, the WIC list is real short nowadays. Like, what? I can't get my I can only get granola. What happened to my Toll House cookies up on this list? Nope. Sorry. We cut that shit. We need to send more money to Israel. Women and infant children. That's what it's called. I don't know. Do you guys have that anywhere else, or is it just in Massachusetts? Crowder just said we should stop giving money to Israel. Did you not hear that? Yes. Did you hear it? He's like, oh, yeah, we'll stop doing that. But what about cutting Americans' benefits? And it's like, no, not whatever, because they're not going to do it, Sniz. And he knows he doesn't want to end that money. Let's watch it again. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Watch this. This is what I'm trying to show you. Ready?
Wait first.
I can't fathom this idea that like Trump is, instead of cutting aid to say, stop funding the war in Ukraine, stop sending so much aid over to Israel, stop giving the rest of the world so much money.
Did you see that little tell? Look at Steven Crowder's face when he says Israel. First he says Ukraine, and he's like Israel. He's like, oh, Steven Crowder is paid off by Israel. I don't care what he says. In this video, he says he's not. I don't believe him.
Wait first.
I can't fathom this idea that like Trump is, instead of cutting aid.
Watch Steven Crowder's face. Right when he says Israel, it's like, oh, don't say that.
To say, stop funding the war in Ukraine, stop sending so much aid over to Israel, stop giving the rest of the world so much money. We're giving so much money away like just candy to everybody. Stop getting paid by these lobbyists. Stop paying yourselves salaries even while the government shut.
Shit, I missed it.
You know what? Let's get the off the rail stuff out of the way first.
I can't fathom this idea that like
off the rails too, Sniz. Off the rails. This guy is anything but off the rails. He's speaking normally. He's speaking rationally. There's nothing off the rails about anything he's saying. I just showed you guys. We'll just say $60 billion to all foreign nations. I know it's way more. It's definitely double. But we'll just say from Gronk's mouth to, our lips, or God's lips to our face, whatever the hell that expression is. 60 billion. And he's saying it's 100 billion in this country. Well, cut it down to 60 billion then. And stop paying other countries. There you go. Problem solved, right? Some bullshit. This crowd is like, no. Watch his face. When he says countries like Ukraine doesn't move an inch. Crowder's face does not twitch. When he says Israel, he's like, oh, fuck, don't say that. Watch.
Trump is, instead of cutting aid to say, stop funding the war in Ukraine, stop sending so much aid over to Israel, stop giving the rest of the world so much money.
Oh, God, don't say that. I'm telling you.
We're giving so much money away like just candy to everybody. Stop getting paid by these lobbyists. Stop paying yourselves salaries even while the government shut down. I think the status is we're giving Israel enough to where every citizzen of Israel gets basically like $1 million a year.
We're giving like $4 billion to Israel, which we should stop.
Wait. What did Crowder say? Dag nabbit, I can't get it right.
Israel, which we
fudgicles.
The government shut down. I think the stat I saw was we're giving Israel enough to where every citizen of Israel gets basically like $1 million a year.
We're giving
And
like
they're
3 to
telling
4
American
billion to
citizens-
Israel, which
but
we
the
should.
We're giving like 3 to 4 billion. You Sniz, I love you. Don't be mad at me. You can't tell me he's not poo-pooing it and dismissing 3 or 4 billion. Meh, big deal. Right? He's like, which we should stop. He can't look the dude in the eye and say that. And he knows for a fucking 3 or 4 billion% fact that money is never stopping. Never. And by the way, we've given way the fuck more. That's why I know that 60 billion thing is bullshit, because we gave them package after package after package, and Grok doesn't even know how to include it, that we gave just in like military aid when the war happened. We gave Israel, I think it was like $48 billion. So there's your 100 billion. I'm telling you right now, I wish I could find it, but I'm a slow poke at it. But
Stop, but over 100 billion a year on Snap.
But the idea that we're giving,
it's not even close. I just showed you. We're giving at least what the government is allowing Gronk to tell us. Gronk, I keep saying Gronk because, you know, I'm a Patriots fan. 60 billion. Cut that first, okay? Yeah, Snap is definitely being abused, and it's not helping a lot of people. You'll never get an argument out of me that says that, oh, just let them all have it forever. There are people out there. How about our veterans that come back and they're all messed up mentally and physically? It's like, get on your stubs and get out there and work. Should we do that, Steven? Like, there are a lot of people that need our help. Now, not these chuckaluckas with the huge, swanging udders on their chest over here ready to fight you. Not her. She wanted to go fight. You got energy, girl. Go get yourself a job. Is Scott coming around the Gentes? The dark side tries to hide me, Kenny. I know. Oh, there you go. When Snap started, the recipients seemed to forget that Snap was only meant to supplement their income. Yes, exactly. Snap means supplemental nutritional assistance. Another reason to feel entitled. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on. Trump gave Argentina $20 billion out of the $58 billion. Oh, Sniz, no, that's not even in there. Ready? Is that including the 20 billion Trump gave to Argentina? Question mark. Oh, I still got Crowder on here. Shoot. Remove. Get that out of there. You go. Share the screen. Bob's your uncle. And pop goes the weasel. What do we got up here? Come on. Come on. I don't like dead air. All right. I got to get to my stories. All my stories. Sheesh. I got a bunch of stories. Holy cannoli. Uh-oh. There we go. Man, I got a bunch. Come on, Gronk. Let's go. All right, while we wait, I thought this was cool. Red carpet, spirit this a guy. I don't know what this was for, to be honest with you. Nobody really mentioned it. CJF Gala. Something journalist gala. And you got I think that's the guy who was in Star Wars, the first Star Wars, James O'Keefe, and then some fruity guy here. And then you got Gavin McGinnis. And Alex Stein, you can kind of see where I took that for my clip, my thumbnail, whatever. I thought this was adorable. Let's just see this real quick while we're waiting for Grok to figure out how to do math.
Hi, I got diagnosed from leukemia.
Oh.
I'm fighting through cancer. Even though I'm already done, I just have to take medicine. And I was craving this McDonald's. I'm eating a Big Mac right now. And I have a soda, a Coke. So, I'm hungry, so let's dig in.
Oh my God, that is so sad and adorable and heartbreaking. No! All right, can you see this, Sniz? Open conversation. Here we go. Now we got a full screen here. The U.S. government dispersed approximately $58.4 billion in foreign aid to all foreign nations over the fiscal year 2025, which aligns close. What the fuck? Where is it? Does that include the $20 billion Trump gave to Argentina? You bet your ass it doesn't. No, the $58.4 billion figure for the U.S. foreign aid in fiscal year 2025 does not include the $20 billion financial assistance package to Argentina. That package, announced in August 2025, is a currency swap. We take their shit peso and give them our good dollar. Which helps George Soros, whether people want to understand that or not. So, which operates separate. That's a separate thing. So, there's your $80 billion. And I'm telling you right now, we give so much more, way more, way more. It's probably more like $200 billion. We'll just stick to $80 billion to everybody else. They're okay. Help them, right? Help the fucking peso. But don't help, all these young couples. I know. Listen, and they're not all ghetto ass, hood buggers either. They're just regular young couples who are trying to supplement their food. Just get a little something extra helps. Especially when, from COVID till now, everything has tripled. It's all tripled. People's rent. Go look at how much rent was in 2020 and look at how much is now in 2025. 5 years later, and it's tripled. I'm just saying. And they can dude, Thomas Gilson, thank you. Imagine if they took one of those billions of dollars that they just threw away to Argentina. $1 billion to upgrade one of the VAs? Holy shit. I am sure, baby. It's good to have a plan. You ain't wrong. Missing Alex B. I know. I got to have Alex B back on here, too. Like I said, when I get laid off, definitely having way more guests. Those effing people don't even work. And they don't deserve benefits. You're not wrong, Sniz. I'm with you. But see, he's showing the worst of the worst. And there, unfortunately, are millions of those people. And I'm not saying they even deserve it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe one of them got, whatever. I'm not even going to defend them. They are honestly defenseless. They should. They are able-bodied. Get your ass out there. Go to work. So proud of yourself. You so better than everybody else. Then you should be able to get yourself a job. Which we should stop. I know he said which we should stop. But is he out there, Sniz? Sis, is he out there saying we should stop the foreign aid? No. Because he doesn't want to stop the foreign aid, which we should stop, I guess. So why don't I go up to him and say, oh, what's your sign say? We should stop EBT? Well, I guess we should stop it. Oh, good. So you would support blah, 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 blah. I guess we should, but we're not gonna. Right? It's like he's out there because he knows he's got a big audience. He's got a huge platform. And when other politicians and shit and hopefully voters see what he says, they're going to go along with him, which is fine. I'm just saying, how about you fight, for our money, American dollars, to come back home, only here, and then we can start fixing our benefits programs because they're all out of whack. It's not just SNAP. It's crazy. What is it going to take to be a guest on the side? You want to come on, brother? Yo, I'd love to have you on, dude. Marjorie Taylor Greene had to babyface to Trump. She did. Had to babyface to Trump. Did she not, guys? I don't know. We'll get into that. Let me get out of this little porthole here. Whoop, whoop. All right, let's go back. Great. Now I gotta go all the way back. Man, that video was with the little girl was just hit me right in the feels. All right. Let's just start here. Now look at Fetterman. Did you guys see Fetterman? He's all banged up. 20 stitches all over his face. He's still smiling. Doesn't know where the hell he is. But he seems like a pretty good egg, huh? 20 stitches later in a full recovery, I'm back home with Ghislaine Fetter Maxwell. I'm overwhelmed and profoundly grateful for all the well wishes. I guess he took a nasty spill. Hopefully he's still moving towards the right because he was before he fell over. So hopefully his brain is still being right-winged, being red-pilled. Oh, goodness gracious. Why does it keep doing that on me? All right. Time's slipping, man. 7:30. Sheesh, that was fast. We got 25 minutes, right? Let's make the best of it. Here we go. There's Fettermouth. All right. I'll play this for a second. Jewish president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, her reign of terror is coming to an end. So this guy says, I don't know. The Catholic Mexican anti-cartel rebellion has reached the presidential palace of Mexico City. What's going on down there? This is crazy. Damn. Did that look like January 6th to everybody out there? No, you don't hear pop, 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 and them knocking down stuff and trying to get in. Damn. Sounds like ordnance is going off. I don't know what's going on over there. It's just craziness. Epstein victim Maria Farmer said Epstein's circle were Jewish supremacists and saw themselves as the chosen Rizes, believing their DNA made them superior. According to Farmer, they openly demeaned and looked down on Gentiles. Now, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to skip up after this.
I wasn't allowed to go get food. And when I called Ghislaine and asked why I couldn't eat there, she said, it's a Jewish country club. You're not Jewish. They're not going to serve you. This is how this woman spoke to me. Yeah, this is how these people think, Whitney. They, honest to God, think their DNA is better than everybody else's. I swear to you. It was a theme all the time with them. With Eileen Guggenheim, with, Jeffrey Epstein, with Ghislaine. It was a theme. Jeffrey was a lot less horrible than Ghislaine as far as a human being, like just being around. Because she was raping just as many children.
So the country club, you weren't allowed to go because it was only for, people of a certain religion
Jewish
and
people.
ethnicity. Okay, so
Religious.
that's unfortunate.
I mean, they could cut you down, and it was so morally devastating. You just felt useless as a human being when you were told you're nothing because you're not Jewish, you're stupid, you're useless, a useless white girl, a poor little peasant. Just the things that I was called, I was just like, I believed it.
Listen, this doesn't mean, all Jewish people like this. There are bad people in every, both sexes, every color, all financial, slots. Now watch this. Watch this. Where is she? Look at this. This is Jeffrey Epstein's niece, Anna Wick. Anya Wick recalls her horrific abuse growing up in a satanic family and reveals their occult practices. From Epstein, Ghislaine, Clinton, child trafficking, MK Ultra, Sig, Tizanic cults, Baal worship. It has it all. The truth is far stranger than fictione, than fiction. Ready? Watch this.
The cult of Baal, B-A-L. My family masqueraded themselves as Jewish publicly, but behind closed doors, at Passover dinners, when I was drugged, would admit, we are Satanists.
Crazy. I'm not done with that really yet, but Gene Lasker's in the house. How about it? We love you being there, Gene. Thank you so much. I saw somebody else in here. So a new face. Yellow Rock is in here. Thank you so much. Wait. Yeah, I want Nick the Gun Guy on here. Anytime, bro, you let me know. I'd absolutely come on. My favorite Chuck-a-Luck. Yo! All right, let's do it Wednesday. I'll send you a link in Instagram on Wednesday, brother. Oh, it'd be great because it'll give me time to. I think I have a show idea tomorrow. That's why. But it'll give me time to just think about what to do. Yes, let's do Wednesday. Nick the Gun Guy is going to be on here, folks. You heard it first. And LeBron is trash. Alex Goldberg Stein Clip a Coin is a foreign agent. I don't know which Alex you're talking about. Alex Stein definitely is not. Alex Stein was baptized as a child, as a Christian. So he didn't know anything of this stuff. This is way crazy stuff. Whatever. I found this on Argentina. The $20 billion is viewed as a strategic move to push back against China's growing influence in Latin America. Oh, so that makes it all. So we'll give $20 billion to Argentina, and we defeated China. It's amazing. Dude, listen, that $20 billion is to help Scott Bessent's old boss. Okay, number 2. George Soros is number 2. Is Scott Bessent. Donald Trump, I guess, just didn't know that, Sniz. Donald Trump was like, well, I don't know. I promise you I'd surround myself with the best people. And he picks George Soros as number 2 as his treasurer, the Treasury Secretary for the United States of America. And I showed you last show, I think it was last show, Scott Bessent is the one who suggested to Trump that we should buy Argentina's debt. That's what we did. We bought $20 billion worth of Argentina's debt, and we're going to buy another $20 billion worth of Argentina's debt. $40 billion. Oh, but shame on us giving Shaquanda, a couple of ding-dongs and a ho-ho. I know, we shouldn't do that either. Believe me, and I want them to end that as well. But let's start with no more shit to other countries. We can still go to other countries. How about we go to Argentina and say, we'll buy $20 billion worth of gasoline from you? Why can't we do that? Instead of, we'll give you $20 billion for free. Oh, but don't worry, we'll give you another $20 billion in a couple of weeks. $40 billion. And here Steven Crowder's crying about an extra $60 billion. Oh, that $60 billion that we already gave the whole fucking world. Dude, we gotta stop. We can't. I don't care about fixing nothing else until we fix this problem of giving our wealth away to everybody else. Do you understand? Yuri Bezmenov told us exactly what they're doing. They're trying to Like, so they want to share the wealth, our fucking wealth that we worked for, that our grandparents and great-grandparents and great-grandparents worked for. And now they're selling our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren's money. That's what they're spending. $37 trillion in debt, dude. No more. What all I'm saying is no more world welfare money. Like, if you're going to take welfare money away, you take foreign welfare away. Then we can work on home. That's my deal, baby. That's all I'm saying. How about it? Fetterman clone number 7, the most sane Democrat. Yo, straight from the wood. Thank you for being there. I ain't scared of no balls. I hear you, man. It's weird, bro. Damn, the wind knocked my power out again. Oh my goodness, gravy. Don't go just be get everything charged up is what I'm saying. Don't get your power knocked out without having everything charged, because last time we had that problem here in my neck of the woods. Where'd the other 20 go? I'm telling you, it's bad. Scott Bessent worked for Soros. I don't know if that is remember the Alamo. We got to remember that. If you forget the Alamo, it's over. Now look at Jeffrey Epstein's niece here, Ayanna Wick.
They told me that we belonged to the cult of Baal, B-A''A''L. They told me this with consistency while I was being abused. Now, what you can look up about the cult of Baal, information that is publicly available, is that it is thousands of years old. It is a Phoenician satanic fertility cult. And publicly, it's supposed to have been eradicated.
This shit goes on for 20 minutes. We ain't gonna watch this whole damn thing, but I just thought I'd put that in perspective, because the other ones are like, oh, it's Jewish, but the Baal worship kind of goes hand in hand, and it's not with everybody who's Jewish. It's regular people that you know. Seth Kushner isn't worshiping Baal. You know what I mean? Who said it? And like Straight from the Woods said, I ain't afraid of no Baal. Baal, kiss my ball. You're right, Scott. It's been going on forever, dude. It's not good. Winds have been wicked here lately, dude. They are everywhere. Seriously, where I am, it's just constant. And like, I'm using booms and winches, all types of shit. It's like I can't be having 18-mile-an-hour wind gusts where right now while we're working and shit. All right, let's get into the Steve Bannon stuff before we leave. Now, this is, anybody who doesn't know, this is Steve Bannon on your right, I believe, the chubbier face one. Well, you should know who Epstein is by now. This is Steve Bannon. Would you trust this gentleman to watch your children? That's what I thought. And he just happens to be besties with Jeffrey Epstein's buddy. Ready? Bombshell drop. Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein weren't just acquaintances. Oh no, they were extremely close friends who spoke almost daily until an hour before Epstein was arrested. Yes, you read that right. Here's what they're saying behind closed doors. Now, I don't like how this chick has these. It started in early 2018. Within months, Epstein was offered... What the hell? Oh, within months, Epstein was offering Bannon access to Little Petto James, his Florida mansion, in the infamous Zora Ranch in New Mexico. It's all here if you don't believe me. Boom. G iTunes. at Gmail was Jeffrey Epstein's diggity deal. See, I don't like how this chick has her thing. I don't know what she was trying to do there. But I got the goodies right here. Oh, God, so sorry. Woo, excuse me. 2 weeks before he's arrested, Epstein texts Steve Bannon. Now you can understand why Trump wakes up in the middle of the night sweating when he hears you and I are friends. Sender, G iTunes, Jeffrey Epstein. And it blocks out receiver. He says, now you can understand why Trump wakes up in the middle of the night sweating when he hears you and I are friends. They won't let us see what the other email says. Jeffrey Epstein and Steve Bannon. Venezuela, more oil reserves than Saudi Arabia. Venezuela? You don't say, la. I guess we now know why the Trump administration is blowing up boats near Venezuela and is about to attack them any minute. From Jeet Kune Do up here, thingamajam, Jeffrey Epstein. Venezuela, more oil reserves than Saudi Arabia, you know. Look at this. From Jeffrey Epstein, 8/30/2018. By the way, Argentina is next to collapse. Sender. It's I don't know why they block. Well, I guess they block it because it's still Steve Bannon's email. But he's like, excuse me, they need a populist. Oh, they need a populist. Oh, that's it. That's it for that one. Does this one have a secondary one? No. All right, here we go. Epstein to Bannon. Reminder, money, medicine, law, Jews only. To Bannon, to which Bannon responds, I've only had Jewish doctors and lawyers since leaving the Navy. Oh, so sorry. Whew. At least part of Epstein's story is about Jewish supremacy and exceptionalism. Call it whatever you want. From, what the hell is it? Oh, so Gweed is the redacted email of Steve Bannon. Alternatively, if you take a trip to Palm Beach, all bloods, etc., can be done by my head of the Mayo Clinic, a good friend. Reminder, money, medicine, law, Jews only. That was Bannon to Jeffrey Epstein. And then he says it again. I've only had Jewish doctors and lawyers since leaving the Navy. Sender. Oh, there's another one. Oh, what the hell is this guy doing there? Scary. What? All right, but you get the point. Oh, I'm so tired. And that's her. All right, ready? Let's watch a little of this. We got like 10 minutes left. Breaking. President Trump confirms he would sign the Epstein files transparency law act into law if it passes. We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do. All of his friends were Dems. A vote on releasing the files is set for this week. Thomas Massie. Oh, excuse me. And Ro Khanna, weirdest name ever, successfully gathered 218 signers to force a vote on the flow.
Here's what I want. We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do. All of his friends were Democrats. You look at this Reid Hoffman, you look at Larry Summers, Bill Clinton, they went to his island all the time, and many others, they're all Democrats. All I want for people to recognize a great job that I've done on pricing, on affordability, because we brought prices way down, but they're going way lower, on energy, on ending 8 wars and another one coming pretty soon, I believe. We've done a great job.
Let me ask you guys, has any of your electricity bills gone down? because the Starboard household, they're only skyrocketing. But we are in Massachusetts, and that's a whole nother nightmare. Sounds like he's been smoking the yellow rock, bro. Winds have been wicked here, right? They both do. They both look like they're gone. Bannon and Epstein. Don't like the wind here either, Tommy G. No. Oh, sorry. We had 60-mile-an-hour gusts here Saturday. Dag nabbit, that's bad. Get any damage? No. Hunt for Red October. Nailing Palin. Let's go. Trump does sound rough. I was almost part of where it said, Lord, I'm coming, Lord. Over $100 a month more this year. But I brought it down, folks. Everybody knows. Wait, mine went down because I took out the air conditioners. Well, here in Mass, they're skyrocketing because stupid, is it Maura Healey? Yeah, Maura Healey, the governor, right? She made this stupid deal that expires in 2053. 2053. Are you out of your freaking 53 mind? Like, I'll show you. I'll show you probably maybe tomorrow. I was thinking of doing it tomorrow anyway, but like they're sorry. The infrastructure, they're like, oh, we're building infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. It's just solar panels and stupid windmills, and they're getting rid of nuclear power plants all over Massachusetts. And like we have like here's where everybody else in the country is paying, which is too much. And then here's ours. I'm not kidding. Watch when I show you the thing tomorrow. Yeah, dude, it's a fucking disaster, bro. Absolute disaster. It drives me nuts. Let me get back to this for a second.
And I hate to see that deflect from the great job we've done. So I'm all for it. You know, we've already given 50,000 pages. You do know that.
And you know what's funny? The 50, he's not wrong. And in the 50,000 pages are what I'm reading to you tonight, what everybody's reading. Those are what Trump gave out. Yes. I don't know if you guys heard about the story. I think I did it on here a few months ago, but one of the turbine blades fell off. Oh, wait, a blade fell off a turbine into a cranberry bog? Cranberry juice gone now. A blade really did fall off, and like all of them, like one blade smashed into the other and just ruined the whole thing. Fiberglass all over the beautiful ocean in between Nantucket and like Falmouth. Fish had like fiberglass in their mouths, like and those fit. You know, the fucking current goes up. Disaster. Absolute natural disaster. Right then and there. If this was the year, 1800, pitchforks would be inserted into somebody's rectum. But nowadays, it's like, oh, well, just give him $20 billion. Oh, it was a foreigner who put up that windmill and killed a bunch of sea life. Give him $20 billion. It was a week so it really did happen. I guess the blades, dude, they're super toxic. What you're talking about, like, that must be a new one. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick before we gotta go to dark match. Cranberry bog. Quick answer. Give me the quick answer. I ain't got time for that. No, nobody got time for that. Oh, shizzit. I didn't even hear about this, bro. Can I do this? There we go. The United States government oh, no, that's what I asked earlier. Wind turbine blade failure in Plymouth, Mass. On November 7th, 2025, a dramatic incident occurred at a wind farm in Plymouth, Massachusetts, when a massive rotor blade detached from a 300-foot tall Siemens Gamesa wind turbine and crashed several hundred feet away into a nearby cranberry bog. The blade, measuring 75 to 100 feet in length, landed in a remote, open area off Head of the Bay Road, near 810 Head of the Bay Road to be exact. Surrounded by bogs, but far from residential. No injury reported. Blah, 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 blah. Where is the safety concern? The turbine automatically entered a fail-safe mode, shut down immediately, and who gives a shit? The blade remains in the bog, pending a safe removal plan to minimize environmental impact on the sensitivity of the cranberry habitat. Contractors are expected to develop this plan within days, focusing on debris cleanup for the bog. Why aren't they talking about how nasty those damn blades are? They are fucking disgusting. Yeah, listen, we're done. We're done. No more. No more windmills. We're done with windmills. That's a terrible experiment. Build them out of wood. Oh, we can't do that. We don't want to use fossil fuels anymore, so we make them out of plastics, which are just fossil fuels. We'll make 1 billion windmills out of plastics, which is fossil fuels. Cranberry juice recall. So I know. Ugh. It almost landed on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock almost landed on us. Damn it, Kool-Aid and vodka for my Thanksgiving at my house. I was looking for that. They are super toxic. Ocean spray now with extra fiberglass. Don't you care about your family? Then you grab that new Ocean Spray fiberglass flavored cranberry juice. Just like Mama used to make. All right, and that, folks, is my time. Listen. Hopefully I'll get some sleep tonight and I won't be so exhausted. I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please. And we're going to have Nick the Gun Guy on Wednesday show. I can't wait. I'm super excited. Yo, my dog, Danny. Whoops, where'd he go? Danny Rebel 33, my dude. Scott Pressler is in Washington State this week. I'm covering his events. I'm going to have to stream snipe you if I'm streaming at the same time. I'll definitely check it out, though. Everybody, please give Danny Rebel 33 a follow everywhere you can find him. YouTube, X, all that shit. And he's going to be covering Scott Pressler in Washington State. Probably mostly in Portland, because let's face it, Portland's massive. But I don't know, Scott Pressler fixed Pennsylvania. Hopefully he can freaking fix Washington State. Does vodka kill the fiberglass? You're gonna have to find out. No, don't try to find out. It does not kill it. But thank you guys so much. Get over to Doc Mac Steve. I'll be in Doc Mac Steve's chat. It's gonna be amazing. How you feel about that? We're gonna have a good time. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably around 6:10. Until then, get over to Doc Mac Steve. I'll see y'all in the chat. Get over to DMS. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna have a good one tomorrow too. I love y'all. Later. Peace.